to Newey Sports Zone League show. This is episode 8, I believe. Whatever round it is, I don't know what round it is. Round 12. I'm going to go round 12 this week. Of course, I mainly deal with the New FM League where it is round 17, so round 12 sounds about right. So let's go through it. From last weekend, my apologies if my speech is a bit blurred. I've got a bit of a toothache going on today, and have done for the last few days, so that's not a good start, but I'm going to try and work my way through it. Zone Premier League action last weekend. Swansea City, that can't be right. Swansea FC. Let's not do the Premier League talk. And first of all, that's wrong because I'm looking at the wrong week. Last weekend, first game of the weekend was New Lambton 2 defeating Morisset United 1. A fairly decent win for New Lambton to sort of climb towards the top 4. Swansea FC were defeated 4-0 at home by Cardiff City. Cardiff are in some form at the moment, and that is a big win. Take nothing away from that. You can't really sweep that one under the rug, losing 4-0 at home. Swansea down to 8th as a result. Cardiff into 2nd place. Another team that's on the rebound is the Newcastle Suns. They were 4-0 winners over the University in a bit of a shock. The Suns picking up a rare win, and that's quite convincing. 4-0 over the Uni. And I believe they signed Alex Palozzi yesterday. That's the latest news I've heard out of the Newcastle Suns, so there's definitely a team to watch. I'm not sure if they can still make finals. They probably can. It's a pretty tight competition, but I don't have the table. I just have the ladder position, so I don't actually know the points, unfortunately. Garden Suburb 1 defeated by Mayfield United 3, a pretty fair result there. That's to be expected. Top of the table beating bottom of the table. And Beresfield United 1 defeated by Dudley Redhead 3. Beresfield's woes continue. Zone Premier League, Swansea FC this weekend. These are the tips. Swansea FC hosting Garden Suburb. I've gone 3-1 for Swansea to get back in form. If they lose this, then they're definitely going to be thinking that they're probably not in the race for finals anymore. Garden Suburb still looking for that first victory of the season. Mayfield United host New Lambton. I've gone 3-1 again. New Lambton picked up a decent win last week, but Mayfield are by far the best team in this competition, and I believe they'll pick up a result here. Morisset United versus the University. Tough one to predict. This is at Morisset, so I'm going 2-1 for the home side to pick up a decent win there. University probably won't stay out of form too long. Dudley Redhead versus Cardiff City. Top 4 battle. I've gone Cardiff 3-2 away from home. That impressive win last week. I think they'll follow it up. And Beresfield United at home to the Newcastle Suns. I've gone Newcastle Suns to win 2-1. That's that news of Palozzi signing, and of course a 4-0 win, and Beresfield being out of form. Not out of form, but just inconsistent. Beresfield are not in the same level, in the same ballpark as they were last year. So they're in an uphill battle to make finals at the moment, both those teams. So those are the tips for the Zone Premier League. We move on to Zone League 1. Raymond Terrace last week hosting Jesmond FC, the top of the table team, and Jesmond FC came away with a 2-1 victory. Raymond Terrace, well, if you know, I believe Cooks Hill played Jesmond soon enough, but Cooks Hill in 2nd place. Jesmond are the Premiership elect, or Premiers elect in this grade, and I think they've won the minor Premiership. Whether they win the grand final or not is the question, and that they're definitely the favourites for the whole competition in my mind. So Jesmond picking up a win there over Raymond Terrace. Cooks Hill hosted Stockton. Last time it got very ugly. I think it was 5-0 or 5-1 to Cooks Hill over the ditch in Stockton, and this time Stockton came to the athletics field and they were defeated 1-0, which is a lot more admirable result for Stockton, but again they did lose and they dropped out of the top 4 as a result. Beresfield 3-1 over Nelson Bay. Nelson Bay not really getting any decent results this year, apart from the win over Barnsley, of course, recently. Talking about Barnsley, decent result here, 0-0 draw with Kotara South. I would have thought they'd probably get beat there, but they didn't. They've definitely got to pick up some wins soon enough, or they may find themselves getting relegated to Zone League 2. Warners Bay 5 defeating Charlestown Junior 1. That is quite something. That's quite a big scoreline there for Warners Bay in the derby as well. And we move straight into Zone League 1 preview for this round coming up. And Warners Bay do travel to Jesmond tomorrow, where I've gone Jesmond FC 2 to defeat Warners Bay 1. Top of the table, not top of the table, top 4 clash at Jesmond. Barnsley hosting Cookshill United. Probably should just be the one winner here. Cookshill 4-1 is the tip. They accounted for Barnsley in the first round and they should be able to do the same again here. Nelson Bay at home to Raymond Terrace in the derby. 3-0 for Raymond Terrace to go over to Tomaree and win. Charlestown hosting Stockton. I've gone 2-0 for Stockton to climb back into the top 4, I believe. With Warners Bay losing, that's what I've tipped, so Stockton will go back into the 4 as a result if my tips come to fruition. Kotara South versus Beresfield FC, 1-1 draw is the tip there, the only draw that I've tipped all week in Zone League. So Zone League 2, we move on. And there was only one draw last week, so you know this is a competition across all 4 grades. We don't really see too many draws. They do pop up every now and then, but not last week, and I'm predicting the same this week. Hamilton Olympic played Medowie on Friday night. They were 6-2 winners. Medowie, 2 goals it's not bad. Like a lot of times teams will score 2 goals and win or draw, but it's not saying much. When you concede 6 goals, it doesn't matter if you score 2. So Medowie definitely have to step up soon, or they may find themselves relegated to Zone League 3, which would be pretty detrimental to that club. But I don't know what the issues are, player numbers or anything like that. But Medowie definitely not having the best of year, and it continued last week. Hamilton Olympic back on top of the table. Merewether hosted Muswellbrook, and Muswellbrook they've come from nowhere to be in the top 4, and they won 4-1 last week, and suddenly they're one of the form teams of the comp. University versus New Lambton, 1-0 to New Lambton, coming away with a gutsy win there. Hunter Simba hosted the Westlake Wildcats and were defeated 2-1. Wildcats into 2nd place, and Wallsend FC defeated by Maryland Fletcher 1-0. A big result for Maryland. Tim Mason, the goal scorer there for them. The only goal scorer of the game. 1-0 victory over Wallsend. You can't go wrong. Let's look at this week. New Lambton hosting Hamilton Olympic. I've gone 4-1 for Olympic. Pretty simple tip there. University hosting Hunter Simba. I've gone 4-3 for Hunter Simba away from home. I believe they'll try and climb back into the top 4 as a result. Match of the round sees Muswellbrook FC host Wallsend FC. I've gone Muswellbrook 2-0. I really like their form at the moment, and at home it's a long trip up there to Muswellbrook, and I consider them favourites, to be quite honest with you. I don't know if this is on, I think it's on Saturday, this game, tomorrow. I'll be up at Singleton, so I'm near about Muswellbrook, but still not close enough. Definitely looking forward to hearing who wins that one, because it's quite an important game in the context of the season, especially for Wallsend's promotion chase. If they finish top, they'll get promoted. That's what normally happens in these divisions. So it's a big game for both clubs. Medowie hosting Merewether, 3-1 for Merewether to get back into some winning form. And Maryland Fletcher hosting the Westlake Wildcats. Maryland picked up a big win last week, but I've tipped them to lose this one, 3-1 Westlakes, I'm really impressed with them at the moment, and definitely still a club that have come from a very slow start to the season, and that they definitely want their spot back in Zone League 1, make no doubt about that. Zone League 3. Last weekend, Argentine United 4 defeating Edgeworth 1. The top of the table team continuing that form. Cahaiba were 1-0 winners over Bulwarra. That's not true. That's an incorrect result. It was 2-1 to Bulwarra, so I don't know where I got that from, but Cahaiba's goal scorer Neil McAllister off the bench. Decent win for Bulwarra. And Mayfield hosted Abermain and were defeated 7-3. It's one of those scorelines. And Hamilton Azuri 4 defeating RAF Williamtown FC 0. And that is a big win for Hamilton Azuri. I probably could have got the goal scorers off their Facebook page, but I didn't consult the Azuri Facebook page for said goal scorers, and a very, very biased review of the game, no doubt. They got the bye this week, so all pubs in the vicinity of Smith Park and the Hamilton area, look out. Gotta love Hamilton Azuri. So they got the bye. The RAF, the team they defeated, host Cahaiba FC. I've gone for Cahaiba winning 2-1. Top 4 team. Cahaiba definitely a team that like the low scoring games, I've noticed as of late. Abermain versus Dudley Redhead, I've gone Abermain 3-2. Bulwarra Lawn hosting Argentine United, I've gone 4-1 for Argentine. Top of the table team, they should get the job done there despite being away from home. And Edgeworth hosting Mayfield, I've gone 3-1. Mayfield just that's probably a friendly tip in their favour, because it probably might be 5 or 6-1 to be completely honest, based on their form. So that's it for the Zone League show this week. Very short, sweet, job done. There's some catch-up games next week. I don't know if I'll pop into any. It's been very cold as of late. And you know, the idea of sitting at a Zone League game in freezing conditions, it's not the best, but had fun going out to Maryland Fletcher, so you never know, do you? But we'll see what happens next week. Good luck to all teams competing this weekend in the Zone League, and I'll see you next week for another episode of the Zone League show. I'm Ty Stedman, and I will see you then.